Most parents who visit us for a speech language examination are proud to say to us, "Ma'am, my child can count to 10 and knows every letter of the alphabet." So these families had been putting a lot of effort into teaching their children academic abilities using books, flashcards, and educational television shows. Although it doesn't come as a surprise to most speech language pathologists like me. So whenever I ask these parents if their children can express wants or refuse by responding no when they don't need anything, they would indicate that they cannot. The same parents were also disturbed by their kids' habit of throwing temper tantrums and habit of crying whenever they demand something. Parents are made aware of the significance of functional communication at precisely this point. Do watch the full video if you are a parent of a child who behaves similarly or if you know a child who behaves similarly. So hey there, welcome back to my social media platform, TheHappySLP. For those of you who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Elsa Abraham and I'm an audiologist and a speech language pathologist from India. I create videos to raise public awareness about speech, language, hearing and swallowing issues. Letters, numbers, colors, and shapes should be learnt when developmentally appropriate. According to various studies, the window opens between 3 and 4 years. By focusing only on these skills before that time, children will be unable to communicate their needs and wants to their parents, caregivers, teachers, peers, or community helpers. So suppose your child needs water and doesn't know how to ask for it. It doesn't matter if he knows numbers up to 1,000 and no one will be able to understand if he doesn't communicate the need verbally or at least by non-verbally. So functional communication is the most significant skill you need to teach your toddler. A child who is capable of functional communication can spontaneously and effectively communicate their wants, needs, or ideas. So when children spend most of their communication time learning academic skills, they may be lacking in functional communication. You may be wondering, when you work with your children on functional communication at home, what do you have to do? So this is specific to each child because not every child is motivated by the same things or has the same needs. So for a child who loves playing with bubbles, blow, pop, bubble, open would be few of good functional words. Another child may not care about bubbles at all but may need to communicate dietary requirements. Here are some suggestions for reinforcing your child's ability to communicate his or her needs. Start with what is most important to your child. Are there any toys, food, or activities your child enjoys? Target these sounds first. A child is more likely to produce a word for something they are motivated by or enjoy. Later, you can focus on more functional words based on different contexts your child will be into. Sometimes, it's best to use a list of the most common words. We can go over the significance of various words and make sure the family is aware of which words to pay attention to. The easiest word for a toddler to learn are nouns, which include things like books, socks, shoes, bubbles, diapers, car, names of animals, and food. Verbs like go, stop, eat, drink, sit, and look promote self-advocacy and are effective one-word utterances to indicate a need. And adjectives like huge, little, hot, cold, yucky, dirty, and clean are used to describe things. Prepositions like in, on, off, and out can help them to be more precise when describing an object's location. And the pronouns mine, my, I, and your aid in defining ownership. Your child will need to be exposed to hundreds of words, and the probability that your kid will utter a word and develop their communication abilities will, however, be increased if you and your family concentrate on a limited number of words initially. So always keep in mind that there are many different ways for children to communicate that are functional, including speech, picture exchange, gestures, sign language, and assistive technology. If your kid is unable to communicate effectively, this frustration may lead to inappropriate behaviors to them. To do this, we must teach communication techniques that complement the behavior. Among the many reasons we communicate are request, rejections, protest, the expression of emotions, etc. Therefore, we must provide kids with tools they need to communicate effectively for a variety of purposes. Teach the following abilities to children as they build effective communication. So if they want to request a particular item, they can use the phrases like I want or I need. If they want help, they can ask with the phrase of help me. Or if your toddler needs a break, you can help him learn to say the word break so that whenever he needs it, he can say it and it is less likely to have a behavioral meltdown. And it is also very important to teach your child to indicate yes and no. This is important when the object or action is not immediately present. So example, when you ask, do you want to go to park? He should be able to know to say either yes or no according to the need. And another important thing that we have to focus is ability to indicate like or dislike of an item. So this would help the child to express their likes and dislikes. So if they like noodles or if they like biscuit, so all of these would help them when they learn the word like or dislike. And another most important thing to teach is the expression of feelings. So when they are happy or sad, sick or hurt, they should be able to express it to the elders. So being able to express these essential skills allows a child to control the environment and thus lead to fewer behavioral problems. So at home, it is important to prompt your child to make requests. And if your child continues to have difficulty, consider direct speech and language therapy and look for a therapy with a focus on pragmatic communication. And I believe I was able to provide you with some information, and that's the whole point of this video. So in my next video, I'll be back with a few more tips on how to teach functional words at home. And if you think this video was helpful, leave a like, and that will help my channel tremendously. And if you want to continue to learn more about related content, feel free to check out the playlist or check out the videos. Furthermore, consider subscribing so that you will not miss future videos. And you can always contact me, TheHappySLP, either via comments or through my social media accounts, Facebook or Instagram, regarding your concerns and queries related to speech, language, hearing and swallowing issues. The links are given below in the description, and I would try my best to help you. So until we meet again in another video, stay happy and much love. Hannah, TheHappySLP.